Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the SC Bass Fishing channel. Today we're going to be reviewing the Shimano SLX DC reel. This is the 151 HG version, which means it's just a left-handed reel at the gear ratio of 7.2 to 1. The main thing that sets these reels apart from other one is the DC technology that's inside of them. This one has IDC4 braking, which means there's a chip in here on the left side of the reel that applies braking to the reel spool every 1/1000th of a second, so it reduces backlashes. So it's a really nice thing to have on these windy days during the summer and winter. So all I got tied on today is a weightless Texas rig, which is also a very light rig to throw, and a pretty fun one too, that a lot of people usually throw on spinning gear. And with the power of this DC braking, you can throw it on bait casting all you want. So today I'm going to review this reel for you guys, teach you guys what it's all about. There are four settings on the side of the reel right here. It goes 1, 2, 3, and 4. Number 1 is the least amount of braking applied to the reel. So these most advanced anglers will use that setting if they're comfortable with it. The number 2 setting is braid and monofilament. So if you have that kind of line on the reel, you just apply it to number 2, braid or mono. Number 3 is fluorocarbon. I have 15-pound fluorocarbon on, so I set it to number 3, which is what's on this right now. And number 4 is max braking. So if it's extremely windy out or it's really tough to cast in, you want to apply number 4, and you won't get as many backlashes. So let's take our first cast of the day with it. I've had this thing reel for about a month now, so I can get an in-depth review all I want. So here's the first cast. No backlashes, kind of obvious. And I got this paired up with my Guggen Squad go-to rod, which is a very sensitive rod. There's a fish. First cast of the day, I got a fish. Didn't really get a good hook set on him, so he's a fighter. If you guys want to know the color Cinco I'm using right now on this weightless Texas rig, it is called a watermelon red Cinco. It's a very good summertime color. Here's the first fish of the day. So all I did was cast across the entire pond, and he was there on the shallow bank. So the wind today is coming from this direction, it's coming towards me. So I'm going to cast right into the wind and let's see what happens. I got this tension spool, so it's very tensiony. It does not wiggle. The spool does not wiggle. That's the main thing you want to happen. And I got this thing so it barely drops. So basically like a normal bait caster. So let's just cast it. Nothing. Then you put my hand on the spool and it's halfway across the pond. I mean, that's all you need. And I've already got a fish. Maybe not. But yeah, pretty nice. This is priced at $200 US. So it's definitely on the more expensive side of bait casting reels, but it's very smooth too. This has 4 ball bearings plus another one, so it's basically like a 5-bearing system, but it is buttery smooth, this spool. So don't really have to worry about it not being very smooth of a reel. There's fish. This thing feels extremely small. He just came off. He took a big dive next to the dock and came off. So I really don't know how big that fish was. I never saw him. But with the way he was fighting, it really seemed like a little stinker. Nothing big. I don't know. Some people might not like it, but the sound of this If you're worried about it being too loud, the GoPro's microphones actually pick up a lot of sound. It's not as loud as you really think. On a windy day, you can barely hear it. And also, when you have this thing setting on 1, you don't hear it as much because it doesn't need to use it as much. So it's really not as loud as people really think it is. That's one of the main things I was thinking about when I was buying this. I was hoping that it wasn't going to be too loud, but it worked out my favor. It was not that bad at all. There's a fish. Feels a little bit heavier, but probably about a pounder. Maybe not. He's not eating. Don't dive next to the dock like your buddy did. Oh, he's doing it. About the same size as the first fish that we caught, so not much of an upgrade. Weedless Texas rigs are absolutely killer in the summertime. The subdefault at the Cinco or whatever soft plastic bait you're using is very enticing to these bass. That's why they eat it. It's a very nice combo if you want to pair it with a Googling Squad go-to rod. This is a very sensitive rod, I can say. I can feel bites from a while away. It's always a good thing to have in a rod. Just a 7-foot medium heavy fast tip action rod. 15-pound P-line fluorocarbon, if that's what you're wondering. P-line, I really like it because it's the fluorocarbon coated line. It's actually really cheap. I think you can get like a 800 or 600 yard spool of it for 12 bucks. That's what I use for a lot of my bait catcher combos. So it's fluorocarbon that are 12 or 15 pounds. Oh, I think you just spit my Cinco out. Oh no, it's on my line. Here's another one. Got another one on. He hasn't jumped yet. And there he is. That's a pretty high jump for a little bass like you. He's not giving up. Right in the side of the mouth. Threw it out there, just dragged it along the bottom. I actually hooked it wacky style that time. This reel also has actually a great amount of drag on it. I think it has 15 pounds of drag, so there's another fish. But it has a very good amount of drag. Another fish. Yeah, the drag on this thing's pretty nice. Just overall really great reel. It's pretty much what you'd expect for a $250 price point. But it just casts great, which I love. I love having the ability just to cast wherever I want to, though. The wind doesn't really limit you out here. That's just the nice thing about it. You can cast right into the wind without having to worry about having to put new line on your reel. If you guys want me to do more gear review, let me know in the comments below. I really like doing this kind of stuff for you guys, and it's always nice for new people to learn if they're trying to buy this reel, if they should buy it or not. In my opinion, completely recommend it. I think anybody who fishes with bait catchers would love this. Seems like the same size as the other ones. These things fight harder than 3-pound bass in lakes do. These guys got a bigger mouth on them than the rest of them. I don't think this bass knows that he's on, which is not good. Yeah, he sees me now. Now you're gonna start fighting, aren't you? This guy got a series of patterns on him that are actually really cool. Pretty bass, pretty bass. Look at those spots. These things are probably 10-inch bass. Not the keeper limit. Doesn't really matter though, they're still a lot of fun. So with that, guys, I think I'm going to end today's video. I hope this video made you guys decide if you're gonna buy this reel or not, or gave you more knowledge about the reel that if you needed to know. So, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Be sure to do whatever you want. Leave comments down below. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.